Hello student, welcome to all in RRP classes. Today I am going to start your second textbook supplementary reader of class 11 snapshot. So student, just have a look on the given contents here. There are 8 chapters here with funny and moralful stories. So today I am just going to start chapter 1 with the introduction of the story. So please watch this video very attentively so that you can understand this story well. Okay students, this is chapter 1. The title of this chapter, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. This is written by William Saroon. I first give you the introduction of this story. So listen very carefully. This story is about two poor Armenian boys, Aram and Murad. They were cousins. They belonged to a tribe that was famous for its integrity and honesty. Murad stole a beautiful white horse for riding. They justified it that they didn't steal the horse for the money but only for riding. So finally they suffered from pangs of conscience. It was that they had done something morally wrong. So they returned the horse to its rightful owner. Now I start your story. This story is about two poor Armenian boys. They were Murad and Aram. They belonged to a same tribe. Their tribe was famous for trust and honesty. The narrator Aram was a 9-year-old boy. The world was like a delightful, mysterious dream for him. His cousin Murad was considered crazy by everybody except him. He respected and valued Murad's friendship. One day, Murad tapped on the window of the narrator's room. The narrator jumped out of his bed and looked out. He couldn't believe what he saw. His cousin was sitting on a beautiful white horse. The narrator rubbed his eyes in disbelief. Murad asked him to be quick if he wanted to ride. The narrator passionately longed to ride, but they were poor. They couldn't buy a horse. Their whole tribe was poverty-stricken. So all the members of the Garoglelian family were poor. They were living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the whole world. But they were famous for their honesty. For the last 11 centuries, they had never compromised with their honesty. They were rather proud of their honesty. It was certain that Murad couldn't have bought the horse. If he couldn't have bought it, he must have stolen it. The narrator refused to believe that Murad had stolen it. No member of the Garoglenian family could be a thief. So Murad had come to invite the narrator to ride. The narrator convinced himself stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing anything else for money. After all, Murad was crazy about horses. He was not going to sell the horse. Hence, it was not stealing. Student, now I want to tell you about Narrator's uncle, Uncle Khosrow. I also want to tell you that in the narrator's tribe, every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere. So, Uncle Khosrow was the true inheritor of that crazy streak. He was a big man with furious in temper. He was very impatient and irritable nature. He silenced others while roaring. His pet words were, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." Now, one day, both of them, Aram and Murad, rode on the horse and Murad started singing. Then Murad asked to the narrator to get down. He wanted to ride alone. The narrator asked if Murad would let him ride alone. Murad replied that he could if the horse let him. So the narrator got down. His cousin Murad kicked his heels into the horse and shouted, "Wazir, run!" The horse rushed into the fury of speed that pleased the narrator. Narrator raced the horse across the field and returned 5 minutes later. Then it was the turn of the narrator. So he leaped to the back of the horse and kicked into his muscles. Then the horse began to run. The horse began to leap over the vines. It leaped over 7 vines before the narrator fell down. Then it continued running for hours. Narrator said that he couldn't wait for more than 6 months. Every morning they rode, and every morning when the narrator rode alone, the horse threw him down and ran away. Now, by chance, both of them came across John Biro. He was on his way to the town. The farmer studied the horse eagerly. He asked the name of the horse. Murad replied, "The name of my horse is My Heart." Biro saw that it was the same horse that was stolen from him many weeks ago. Then he looked into the mouth of the horse. It was his horse. Perhaps the horse was the twin of his horse, because he has tooth per tooth. So he couldn't doubt the integrity and honesty of their family. One day, early in the morning, they took the horse to John Biro's vineyard. They put it in the barn. Murad put his arms around the horse, patted him, then they went away. That afternoon, Biro came to their house. He showed the narrator's mother that the horse that had been stolen had returned now. Uncle Khosrow shouted to keep quiet. He said that the horse had been returned. They should pay no attention to that. Okay, student. Now, I hope that all of you must have understood this chapter well by now. Now, you will also get the PDF of the same chapter from PDF collection for the purpose of making notes. So, thank you everyone. Now, we will meet in the next video. Now, the narrator realized that Murad had been taking those early morning rides for quite some time. He had come for him that morning because he knew that Aram also longed to ride. Murad took the horse quietly to the barn of a deserted vineyard. Then they walked home. Thus, they could hide the horse. So, Murad had quite a deep understanding of the horses. Horses understood him and he had a way with them. Now, I want to tell you about the John Byro. John Byro was a farmer. He was an Assyrian. He came to Uncle Khosrow one afternoon. He said that his white horse had been stolen last month and was not found yet. Uncle Khosrow became irritated. He shouted, "It is no harm. What is the loss of a horse?" John Byro told him that he had to pay $60 for such a horse. He also told him that he had to walk 10 miles to go there. His uncle told that he had legs, so he do this. The farmer said that his left leg pained him. Khosrow replied that he should pay no attention to that. The farmer got up. The farmer got up and went away from there. The narrator told Murad of John Byro's visit. He also wanted Murad that he shouldn't return the horse until he learned to ride. Murad roared that the horse must go back to its true owner.